welcome back. So today I'm really excited to take part in a collaboration. This collaboration is all about how we use sticky notes to keep ourselves organized. So there are a great group of people who are joining in on this collaboration. All of their channels are linked below, so definitely check them out. And I thought this would be really fun because I love sticky notes and I do use them in a few different ways. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started and share with you guys a few different ways that I use sticky notes in my life to keep myself organized. The first one being my planner. So if you guys have been watching my channel for any time now, you will know that I am planner obsessed. I'm definitely a planner addict and I use sticky notes a lot within my planner. So I'm going to show you how. So when you open up my planner, I have this page here which is called a dashboard, and basically it's just a section in your planner that you keep all of your sticky notes. So these 4 sticky notes up here are actually color-coded for different areas of my life. For example, the blue here is for anything pertaining to my home. So anything that I need to take notes on pertaining to my home and family life gets written on this teal color. Purple is for my daycare, pink is for my 31 business, and orange is for my YouTube channel. So those are kind of the 4 major areas of my life right now, and those are the colors that coordinate with those areas. Down here I have some more larger sticky notes, and these are just for taking notes within my planner that are temporary notes, so things that I don't necessarily need permanently in my planner, but notes, things that I need to get at the store, or if I'm working on a project I might want to write a few notes down, or anything like that. So now I'm going to flip the page and get into my weekly setup and show you how I use the Post-it notes within the week. So here's my weekly setup, and this is actually a bookmark that comes with the planner, and it comes out, and on this is where I keep several Post-it notes, again, that just coordinate with the different areas of my life. So these are an ongoing list of to-dos that don't necessarily have a due date. They don't necessarily pertain to a specific date or even a specific week, but things that I know I want to get done eventually. And again, they're just separated into the different areas of my life because I am such a visual person, so it's a lot easier for me to sort of sort things out in my head if it's broken up in this way. Also, it's nice because I can just take this bookmark out and move it week to week and just cross off things on the list as I go. So if I have some extra time and I'm really feeling motivated to get some things done, I can just look down the list here and just start getting things accomplished. So now I'm going to share with you a couple other ways that I use sticky notes and other areas of my life. Okay guys, so one way that I find sticky notes extremely helpful when organizing is to get a visual of how I want to use the space. So this came in really handy when I first moved into the home and I was unpacking things. For example, the kitchen. Before I completely unpacked all of the boxes and got all of the stuff out and then realized that the configuration wasn't going to work, I used sticky notes as a temporary label so I could get a visual of how the space would look, where I wanted to put things without actually placing the items there and then having to remove them later on if the configuration didn't work. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So obviously my cabinets are full now, but before, when they were empty, I would just take these sticky notes, label them, and get an idea of how I wanted this space to be organized. For example, I would label this Tupperware, and then I would have an idea of, okay, this section is going to be dedicated to Tupperware. Up here it says glass bowls, same thing. I would kind of have a visual of how I wanted my area to be organized. So by just using sticky notes as a temporary label and getting an idea of how you want to organize your space without actually moving the items there, it will save you time because you just have to move a sticky note rather than all the items that would be in the space if you were to try organizing a space by placing all the items there first. So let me show you another way I use sticky notes. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever been in this situation, but I definitely have. So you go into the fridge and you see several containers of Tupperware with leftovers, and you're thinking to yourself, what are the contents inside and how long have they been sitting there? So one way I use sticky notes again to keep organized is by labeling my containers, my leftover containers, my Tupperware, anything that's going in the fridge with leftovers. I stick a sticky note on there. This one, you know, with, let's say there's spaghetti in here, I would label it spaghetti and the date I put it in. So that way when I open the fridge, there's no guessing. I know the contents and the date they were put in the fridge. So that way, you know, I'm not taking any chances by either eating food that I probably shouldn't or by throwing away food that I really shouldn't. So that's another way that I love to use sticky notes to keep myself organized. Okay, so another great way to use sticky notes is when you're getting ready to host a party. We all know there's a lot of preparation and a lot of stress sometimes involved in the process of serving a big dinner for people. So one thing that I like to do to make the whole serving process a little bit smoother is by labeling the dishes that I'm going to be using for food placements. So for example, when I'm having a large group of people over and I know there's going to be quite a bit of food on the table, I like to just take a sticky note and place it inside of the serving platters or dishes that I'm using to serve the food and label the contents that will be inside. So that way I know what's going to be inside and I will know that I have enough serving platters and dishes to actually serve the food. It takes the guessing work out of it. So once everything's prepared, I can easily get it into the serving dishes and get it onto the table. So for example, this one would just say mashed potatoes and this one might say dinner rolls or whatever you're putting on the plates or dishes. So that way, again, you're just taking that extra step out of, you know, figuring out where all the food is going to go after it's prepared. That step's already taken care of for you, and you can easily just take the sticky notes off and then put the food where it needs to go. Alright guys, so those are a few ways that I use sticky notes to organize my life, and I would love to hear how you are organizing your life by using sticky notes. I absolutely love sticky notes. It's kind of an odd obsession that I have. I have like an insanely amount of sticky notes, but they're really functional, and you know, I think there are just so many possibilities in using them. So I would love to hear how you're using your sticky notes, and also check out the other ladies who have done this collaboration because I'm sure they're going to have some awesome ideas as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I hope you have a great day.